Namo Namas Sarvebhyah. Greetings to all of you. Sanskrita Bhasha Shikshane Bhavatam Hardam Swagatam. A heartfelt welcome to you all for Sanskrit learning. Today we are going to finish the vowel Sandhi, hopefully. Saraswati Namastubhyam Varde Kamarupani Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada. So I'm going to review what we did in the last class. So in the last class, we covered 4 vowel sandhis, which are represented by the different colors here. So the rows are the ending vowel of the first word. So there are 13 rows. And the columns are the beginning vowel of the second word. So the first sandhi is the dirgha sandhi. And the dirgha sandhi says that if a or a are followed by a or a, then both the vowels are replaced by a single vowel, which is a long version. So if the word ends in a and the next word begins with a, then a and a will be replaced by long a. Similarly, with e or e, followed by e or e will be replaced by long e. U or u, followed by u or u, replaced by long u. And r, followed by r and r, replaced by long r. There is no long r, so this block is empty. So now the next sandhi is this green, represented by green, and it is when a or a are followed by simple vowels. So simple vowels are like e, u, r. So if they are followed by simple vowels, then they are replaced by the gunas. So the guna of e or e is a. So if a is followed by e or followed by e, then it is replaced by the guna of e or e, which is a. The guna of u or u is o. So if a or a are followed by u or u, then both the letters, both the vowels are replaced by o. The guna of r and r is ar. So both of a and a and r will be replaced by the guna of this one, which is ar. And the guna of r is al. So again, it will be replaced by al. So here, the guna sandhi applies when a or a are followed by simple vowels. When they are followed by diphthongs, a, I, o, au, then the third sandhi, which is called the vriddhi sandhi, is applied. So if a is followed by a or a is followed by I, then it is replaced by I. A followed by o or a followed by au will be replaced by au. Similarly for the long a. So this is the vriddhi sandhi. So dirgha sandhi, guna sandhi, and vriddhi sandhi. The sandhi represented in orange is called yan sandhi. And the yan sandhi says that if e or e is followed by any vowel, any dissimilar vowel, then it is replaced by a semi-vowel y. So if e is followed by a or a, then it is y. But if it is followed by e, a similar vowel, then the dirgha sandhi takes precedence. Similarly with u or u, it will be followed by the semi-vowel v. So you see here the semi-vowel v. If r or r followed by dissimilar vowels, it is the semi-vowel r or the refa. And if l, it is the semi-vowel l. So y, v, r, l. Like so, e or e will be replaced by y, or u by v, r and r by refa r, and r by l. One thing to note here that in these sandhis, the letters are written in white. That means both the letters are replaced. And here the letters are written in black. That means it is a single replacement. Only E will be replaced by Y, and E will be Y, and so on. So let's give an example here just to review. So these are the dirgha sandhis. So vidya plus alayah will be vidyalayah. A of vidya and A of alaya both will be replaced by a long A, vidyalaya. Namasi Ishwaram. So E ending E plus long E of Ishwaram, both will become long E. So Namasishwaram. You bow to Ishwara. Bhanu plus Udaya. Bhanu is sun. Small u and followed by a u, and they both will become long. So bhanudaya. Udaya means rise, so sunrise. Pitra rinam plus pitra plus rinam. Pitra ends with r. Rinam starts with r, so they will be replaced by a long r. Pitranam. So rinam is death. Pitra is father. So now the examples for guna sandhi. So upa plus indra. Upa ends in a. Indra begins with e. So a and e will be replaced by the guna of e, which is a. So a and a becomes a. So it will be upendra. Upendra is the eldest brother of Indra. Surya plus Udaya. So Surya is sun. So again, Surya is an a ending and u. So the guna of u will replace a and u. So Suryodaya. Maharishihi. Maha plus Rishihi. So a followed by r, so the guna of this is ar, so it becomes maharshihi. Rab comes here. This is the rab part. Then these are the vriddhi sandhihi. Pashya etat. So pashya etat ends in a followed by the diphthong a, so it will become I. Pashyaitat. Pashyam etat means see this. Pashya is a lot lakara, like it is a command. Khadata odanam. Khadata means you all eat rice. So khadata odanam. A and o becomes au. Deva aishwaryam. A and I becomes I. Devaishwaryam. Excuse me. So here, the Aishwaryam is riches, wealth, the wealth of the Devas. Atra Aushadam. Aushadam means medicine. A and au becomes au. Atra Aushadam. So the fourth sandhi was yan sandhi, and yan sandhi says that e or e changes to y, which is a semi-vowel, when followed by a dissimilar vowel. So ati uttamaha. Ati means very, uttama means good. So ati uttamaha. Ati ends in e. Uttamaha starts with u. So e is following a dissimilar vowel u. So e will be replaced by y. So ta and y, this is a conjunct consonant, and it will be written like this, where the vertical line of ta is dropped. Ya and u becomes u, atyuttamaha. U or u changes to va when followed by a dissimilar vowel. Parantu asti, but is. So parantu ends in u, asti starts with a. So u is following a dissimilar vowel. So U is changed by a semi-vowel, a semi-vowel V is a consonant. So T and V is a conjunct consonant. So it is written like this, Twa, and V with A becomes V, Parantvasti. Then R or R changes to Refa when followed by a dissimilar vowel. So Pitra plus Agya, so Pit, and this is R followed by a dissimilar vowel. This will change to R. So T and R is a conjunct, and with combining with the long A becomes Pitragya, father's order. So now we are going to do a new Sandhi, and the new Sandhi fills in only these two entries. So the Sandhi says that what happens when a diphthong follows A, and what happens when a diphthong O follows A. So it is a very special Sandhi with just two entries, but it's a very common Sandhi. So let's see what this the examples for this Sandhi is. So that Sandhi is called Purva Rupa Sandhi. And the Sandhi says that when A or O are followed by A, then A is replaced by this symbol, which is called an avgraha. And A is not pronounced. So again, when A or O are followed by A, then A is replaced by avgraha, which is this symbol, and A is not pronounced. Nothing happens to A or O. So for example, Sharire Asmin. So Sharire is R and A and A. So A is following A. So this A is replaced by this avgraha and is not pronounced. So it will be Shariresmin. You don't pronounce the A. So Sharire is the Saptami Vibhakti Ekavachanam. Asmin is this, in this body. So Sharire Asmin, A is replaced by the avgraha, is elided and is not pronounced. Shariresmin, you don't pronounce the A. Loke Asmin, Loke means in this world, right? Loke Asmin, Loka is word. So again, Saptami Vibhakti Ekavachanam. So again, A is followed by A. So A is elided and you will say Lokesmin. So you don't hear the A sound. Lokesmin. Muniye Atra. Muniye, the Pratipadikam is Muni. This is the fourth case Ekavachanam, for the sage. Atra here, for the sage here. Again, will be elided. Munyetra, Munyetra, for the sage here. Prabho Adhuna, the Pratipadikam is Prabhu. Prabho is the Sambodhanam, Ekavachanam, O Lord. Adhuna, now, O Lord, now. So here, O is followed by A. So again, A is elided and it is not pronounced. Prabhodhuna, Prabhodhuna, O Lord, now. Now this Purva Rupa Sandhi is also used in a Visarga Sandhi. So I'm going to give you an example here. Shivaha Aham, I am Shivaha. So you have Shiva, A, Visarga, Aham. So Visarga is preceded by a vowel A and followed by a vowel A. So if this happens, then this Visarga Sandhi rule says that this Visarga is replaced by U. We will discuss these rules when we talk about Visarga Sandhi. So now A is followed by U. So you will have a Guna Sandhi. So A and U both will be replaced by the Guna of U, which is O. So you have Shiva, O, Aham. So this is Guna Sandhi. Now Va combines with O and it becomes Shivo. Shivo, Aham. Now this here, the Purva Roop Sandhi will apply because O is followed by an A. So again, A will be elided and not pronounced. So it will be Shivoham. So Shiva, Shivaha, Aham, after the Sandhi is Shivoham. I am Shiva. So now only one more Sandhi is left, which is highlighted in purple. So there are 4 cases, and this Sandhi, there are 4 cases arise, that when A is followed by any vowel except A. So that is one case. When I is followed by any vowel, right, then what happens? And when O is followed by any vowel except A, and when Au is followed by any vowel. So this is one Sandhi with 4 cases, which we'll see in the next slide. And that Sandhi is called Ayadi Sandhi. So Ayadi Sandhi has 4 possibilities. So the first one is A followed by any vowel except A. So when A is followed by any vowel except A, then A is replaced by I. It will be clear in the examples. And it also has an optional form where this Y drops off. So optionally, A will be replaced by A. So if A is followed by any vowel except A, if it is followed by A, then you have the Purva Rupa Sandhi. And if it is followed by any vowel except A, then A is replaced by I or optionally by A. The second case will be when O is followed by any vowel except A, then O is replaced by Av or optionally by A. If I is followed by any vowel, then I is replaced by I or optionally A. And if Au is followed by any vowel, then Au is replaced by Av or optionally A. So we're going to discuss each of these cases and give examples. So let's take this example. Te agachanti, agachanti. So te means they come. So the subject is plural and the verb is also plural. So te is ta and a, right? So a is followed by a. So a is followed by any vowel except a. So so a will be replaced by I, right? So now this ta and a becomes ta, ya and a becomes ya. So taya gachanti, right? So te agachanti will be a replaced by I. So it will be ta and a becomes ta, ya and a becomes ya, taya gachanti. Or a is replaced by a. This is dropped, like this thing is dropped. There's no ya here. So it will be, the optional form will be ta agachanti. So the optional form, even this ya is dropped. So only ta and a combines will be ta. So ta agachanti. So this is the optional form. And these optional forms are used more often than this form, especially in Bhagavad Gita. You will see the optional forms used more. So they come. So now here A was followed by A, which was not A. In this example, A is followed by E. Te icchanti, they desire. So again, A is replaced, E is not A, so A is replaced by I. So again, Ya and E becomes Yai. tyachanti or ta ichanti, right? So then now A is followed by U. Te udyane, they in the garden. So again, you will be, A is replaced by I. So ya and U becomes U. Tayudyane or ta udyane. Now it is the A is followed by a diphthong. Te ekah, they one. So again I, and it will be tayekah or ta ekah. So one thing to note that in the optional forms, this te will be replaced by ta, which is much easier to remember. And in the other forms, it will be ya, yai, you, ye, depending which vowel it is. So similarly, in the now we'll consider this case when O is followed by any vowel except a. So the only difference is that instead of I, you will have avo. And the optional case, it is the same. So shisho agach. Shisho, the pratipadikam is shishu. Shisho is the sambodhanam, meaning oh baby. Oh baby, agach. This is a lot lakara. It is a wish or an advice. So shisho agach. Oh baby, come. Right? So shish o agach. So O is followed by a, it is not followed by a, so a. So O replaced by av. So it will be again shishwagach, or the va drops is only a, shisha agach. Now shisho itah agach, baby come this way. So now here it is following E, right? So O is followed by E. So O will be replaced by av. So V and E will be V. Shisha vitah agach or shisha itah agach. So again, shisho will be replaced by shisha. Shisho upari agach. Oh baby, come up. So now here O is followed by U. So you will have the same thing, and V and U will combine and you will have Vu. Shisha vupari agach or shisha upari agach. Now here upari and agach. Upari ends in E and it is followed by an A. So there is a yan sandhi going on here, right? E followed by a dissimilar vowel a. So E will become ya. So you will have shishavup paryagach, right? This ra. So you have a additional yan sandhi between upari and agach. Shisho ehi. Ehi means come. It is a verb is e, and so shisho ehi. So O is followed by the diphthong a, same O becomes av. So it will be shishvehi or shisha ehi. So again in the optional form, shisho will be replaced by shisha. Shisha agach, shisha itaha, shisha upari, shisha ehi. Now we will see the third case where I is followed by any vowel. It will be any vowel, right? So if that happens, then I will be replaced by I or optionally by A. And so let's look at these examples. Tasmai api. Tasmai is for him. It is the fourth case. So I is followed by a. So I will be replaced by I, and so it will be tasma yapi, right? Tasma yapi. Or this ya also drops, if you're only an optional case, a will be left. So it will be tasma api, for him also. Same here, tasmai ishum. So now I have given the example where this I is followed by E, U, A, and so on. And in all these cases, you will have the similar syntax. And in the optional case, it will be tasmai will be replaced by tasma. Tasma api, tasma ishum, tasma uttamai, tasma ekada, and so on. So in O, again, if it is O followed by any vowel, then au followed by any vowel, then au is replaced by av. So thing to note is if it is A or I, then it is I and I. And if it is O and au, then it is av or av. So bhumau api. Bhumau, the pratipadikam is bhumi. Bhumau is seventh case, is singular. So on the ground. Bhumau api, also on the ground. So bhumau is bhum au api. So au followed by a. So au will be replaced by av. So it will be bhumavapi, right? Bhumavapi. Or bhuma. If you drop the va, then it will be bhuma api, also on the ground. Bhumau idani, now on the ground. So au followed by e. So here it will be v instead of va and a. It was va. The va and e combined will be v. Bhuma vidani. Or bhuma idani. Bhumau udyane, on the ground, in the garden. So au followed by u. So again av and u. So it will be bhuma udyane, right? Va and u will vu, or bhuma udyane. So in the optional case, bhumau becomes bhuma. Okay, so now we have filled in this chart, and the ayadi sandhi is all this purple. So what it is saying, that if A is followed by any vowel except a, then it is A is a single replacement. A is replaced by I, so on. And in the optional case, this ya is dropped. So it is replaced by a, which is in blue. If I is followed by any vowel, then it is I, right? And in the optional case, this ya drops and it is only a. O followed by any vowel except a, then O is replaced by av. And in the optional case, this va drops. So it is just the a. Au followed by any vowel is au is replaced by av. And in the optional case, this va is dropped and it is only a. So okay. So let's summarize all the vowel sandhis we have, the 6 vowel sandhis. So there are 2 divisions. One is simple vowels followed by any vowel, or diphthongs followed by any vowel. So if you look in the previous chart, you have, like, you could divide this matrix into 2 parts. This part here and this part here. So this is the simple vowels following any vowel right here, this part. And here is the diphthongs following any vowels. So there are, you could divide these matrix in actually simple vowels and diphthongs. So simple vowels followed by any vowel and diphthongs followed by any vowel. So there are 4 cases when a simple vowels is followed by any vowel. So the first case is simple vowels followed by a similar simple vowel, right? And if the similar is important, similar simple vowel, then both become long. Again, both. These two words you should remember, similar and both. And then this is the Dirgha Sandhi. So in Dirgha Sandhi, it is the similar vowels, and then both are replaced, and Dirgha Sandhi always takes the precedence. Then simple vowels, now it's not all simple vowels, only a or a. So if a or a are followed by dissimilar simple vowels, then both are replaced by the guna. So this is your guna sandhi. And if simple vowels a or a are followed by diphthongs, then both are replaced, like a and a will be replaced by I. So you have Riddhi Sandhi. And if simple vowels except a or a are followed by dissimilar vowels, then there is a single replacement by the semi-vowels, that E is replaced by ya, u by wa, and so on. So when simple vowels followed by any vowel, you have Dirgha, Guna, Riddhi, and Yan. And in these three, both are replaced, and in this one, only there's a single replacement. Then diphthongs followed by any vowel. Here you have three cases. When diphthong A and O is followed by a, then a is elided and is not pronounced. So this is called a Purva Rupa Sandhi. And then diphthong A or O are followed by any vowel and except a, then is a single replacement, and it also has an optional form. And if I and au are followed by any vowel, then there is a single replacement and also has an optional form. So this sandhi is called the Ayadi Sandhi. So these are the six important sandhis: Dirgha, Guna, Vriddhi, Yan, Purva Rupa, and Ayadi. There are two more special sandhis which we will talk about next. So the seventh sandhi is called Pararupa Sandhi. This is an exception sandhi. So it applies to ending prefixes, upsargas, which are added to the roots. So sometimes upsargas or prefixes are added to the roots to change its meaning or to emphasize the verb. So two such upsargas are pra and up, and they have to be a ending. So pra ends in a, and upa also ends in a. So these are the two prefixes which are added to the roots. There are 22 such upsargas, and these are two such. So it only applies to the a ending upsargas. So if pra upsarga is, let's say you add to the root age. So age is an 1a, it is an Atmane Pada root, and it belongs to group 1, which means to shine. So is the form ajate is shines. So if pra plus ajate, so pra plus, if you do pra plus ajate, then pra ends in a and ajate begins with a. So actually, in general, a vriddhi sandhi should apply here, right? And a, and it becomes I. So it should be praijate, right? And a will become I. Instead of this does not, vriddhi sandhi does not apply here, and it a plus a remains a. So instead of praijate, it is prejate. So this is an exception. Similar exception is to the prefix upa. So upa, and if you add to this verb ush means to burn, and the form is oshati. Right? So oshati and up and oshati, so you have a and o, by vriddhi should be upaushati, right? And o should be au, but it remains as o, uposhati. So the vriddhi sandhi does not apply here. So this is an exception rule, and it's called parrupa sandhi. You don't see this sandhi that often. Right? And the next sandhi is this case when it's called the prakriti bhava sandhi. And this is actually not a sandhi, it is an absence of sandhi. So even when the necessary conditions are present and sandhi does not happen, then it is called prakriti bhava. And again, it happens in a very specialized cases. It happens when in dual forms ending in e, u, and a, and if they are followed by any vowel, then sandhi does not take place. For example, muni, the pratipadikam is muni. Muni is the ekavachanam dual form, 2 sages. So muni is a dual form, and it is followed by etau, these 2 sages. So the dual form is followed by any vowel, then here actually a yan sandhi should apply, right? E plus a, but no sandhi happens, it stays as muni etau. So if a dual form is followed by any vowel, then sandhi does not happen. So all conditions for yan sandhi are satisfied, yet sandhi does not take place. So muni is a prathama vibhakti, dual, right? So muni, 2 sages. Late, again, 2 branches, right? These 2 branches. So late is a dual form followed by any vowel. Again, here a and a, ayadi sandhi should have happened, right? A plus a, but all conditions of ayadi sandhi are satisfied, yet sandhi does not take place. Shishu atra, pratipadikam is shishu, baby. Shishu is 2 babies, and again, it is a dual form and followed by a vowel a, so sandhi does not happen. So again, this yan sandhi should have happened here, u followed by a dissimilar vowel a, but sandhi does not happen. So one has to be careful if you are doing sandhis when the dual forms are involved. So this completes the vowel sandhi. So you have 6 main sandhis, and then you have those 2 exceptional sandhis, these ones, parrupa sandhi and prakriti bhava. So I'm going to just take a pause here. Are there any questions before we go to the examples?
Kumiji, I had a question in the chat.
Yeah. Yatta agachati. No, after you have done this, you cannot apply another sandhi.
Okay. Okay. That's what I thought, but I wanted to...
Yeah, like once you have done this sandhi, te agachati. So once you have done this sandhi, then you cannot apply a dirgha sandhi here.
Okay, that's what I thought, but I just wanted to confirm. Okay.
Yeah, like here, and e, you cannot apply a guna sandhi here. Right? Like ta and e. So and e, so no guna sandhi or no guna sandhi here, right? So you cannot do that.
Gotcha. Okay, thank you.
Come on.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you say the yan sandhi, I think it's aya.
No, it is ayadi sandhi.
No, sorry. A and aya. Ayadi sandhi.
You're talking about pronunciation, no?
No. I'm talking about when you said that upasarga is not pronounced, drops it.
Oh, okay. Avgraha. This avgraha.
Yes, avagraha.
Hmm.
So the thing is, not all the time, because many shlokas has this and you have to pronounce ah. When you in the meter, sometimes you have the when you break the sandhi.
Okay, you have to give me.
I have to give
Not
you
aware of,
the-
because avgraha is never pronounced.
never pronounced.
I think so. Like, I might be wrong. I will double check, but avgraha is never pronounced.
Okay, let me find it, because I have many
If you
places.
find an
like that.
example, or I might be wrong. Like, I will check.
Well,
on
let me go through that and find out. I don't know. I'm just
My
something that-
understanding is that avgraha is elided, is not pronounced, is never pronounced.
Kumuji, I have also many times heard this avgraha pronounced as dwam. Is that incorrect? And many times when people are reading the shlokas, they pronounce it as
And you
dwam.
have the avgraha symbol there.
Yeah.
So my experience, Kumuji, at least from the Gita verses, is that avagraha is never pronounced. And in fact, the example I had for the avagraha, it looks up, it is not pronounced. Lokesmin.
Right, those are the examples I gave here,
Yeah,
right?
but-
Like shariresmin, so shariresmin, lokesmin, shivoham, right? So here the avgraha is not pronounced. Like, you don't say shivoham, shivoham, right? So
Yeah.
I am not aware of it, but there might be in chanting, it might be so, which I'm not aware of it. So I have to.
I have to find
I
it. I thought that it is, so
I think
you are right, and I'm not saying that. It's just something just came
Yeah,
up.
it
in
is
my
something
mind.
to recheck. I'm also not sure. Like, as far as I know, I have, but in these complicated chanting, maybe there is some rule that if this happens, you pronounce the avgraha. I'm not aware of that.
If you
From
do pronounce
Gita
the avgraha, how is it pronounced, like an a?
It's
I
not
don't know, but like,
No.
I have not heard it, so I don't know. I have to check this.
From Gita chanting, I think what I know is when there is avgraha, the preceding or following letter is pronounced a little long.
Yeah, that it is there, right?
It
Yeah,
is, yeah.
that you are right. Like,
Yes,
there is
yes.
this thing, if the avgraha is, then the ray will be pronounced a little longer. Yeah, that
Right.
is true. But is not pronounced. Like, it will be shariresmin, something like that, but is not pronounced.
Yeah. In case of Gita, yes, but I don't know. I will check it out.
Okay.
Something came in my mind that
No, and if you find something, let me also know. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not aware, so then I could also I will also look, look in more detail about it.
okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Okay. So now we're going to do a couple of vowel sandhi examples. Okay.
He's about to have a hair.
Is any questions here? Okay. So use of vowel sandhis. So use of long words in Sanskrit texts are very common, and especially in original stories. If you read from Panchtantra and Hitopadesha, the words are very, very long. So I have just written this following short story using few long words just to illustrate. And in this story, all the vowel sandhis are there. So they're tongue twisters, but anyway. Aranya eka lomash, and the words underlined is have sandhis in them, right? So look at this word. It's a really long word. So we'll break the sandhis and see. Aranya eka lomasha vasati. Sai kadara hara yodhyana maranyada gachatyamra phalani. Vrakshasyoparyudhyane cha pashyati. Udyane nakani kusumani santi. Vrikshaha udyane pisanti. Udyana yekah vanaraha. Vrakshasyo Siddhatyamra Phalani Bhuma Ativegena Kshipati Cha Sa Lomasha Vriksham Prati Dhavatye Kamamra Phalamaharati Cha Sa Samra Phalamanandena Khadati Tadaranyam Pratyagachati Cha. So in order to understand this, you have to break these words into smaller words or do Sandhi Vicheda. Okay, so I've rewritten that text, and wherever there is highlighted in red, you have Sandhi, vowel Sandhis. And in blue is just the joining of a consonant with a vowel. So let us look at this word, Aranya Eka. So Aranya Eka is actually Aranye Eka. Aranya means forest. And Eka is one. So now here Eka Lomasha. Lomasha is a female fox. So Lomasha is feminine. So that's why it is Eka. If it was, let's say, Kakaha, then it will be Ekaha. Like the Eka is an adjective here. So it has to agree with the noun it is qualifying. If it was Phalam, it would be Ekam Phalam. Ekaha Kakaha. Eka Lomasha. So that's why it is Eka here. So Aranya means forest. Aranye Eka, in a forest. So here Aranye Eka, Ye is Ya and A. So A and A, so this is an Ayadi Sandhi, right? A followed by diphthong followed by another diphthong, A and A. So this A will be replaced by Ay, right? And then Ya, so this will be Aranya, and this is an optional form, right? Where this Ya is also dropped. So that's why it is Aranya Eka. So this is the optional form of the Ayadi Sandhi. The other form would have been Aranya Eka, like where this Ya is combined with A. So here the Ya is dropped. So it is the optional form. So Aranya Eka before the Sandhi would be Aranye Eka. All right. So this
What's
is
the difference?
Huh?
I didn't get the difference. It's Aranya Eka before and Aranya Eka
No, it
after.
was Aranya Eka, right? And actually it is Aranya Eka. So Aranya Eka became Aranya Eka. Aranya is not a proper word, like it is a pratipadikam, right? Like Aranya is a pratipadikam. Aranye is in the forest, Saptami Ek Vibhakti. You cannot use a pratipadikam in the sentence, right? So this is not a proper word. Like it's a pratipadikam, but actually it is Aranye Eka. Aranye Eka doesn't make any sense.
He said nominal stem.
Yeah. Actually, it is Aranye Eka, which after the Sandhi, it becomes Aranya Eka. All right. So now this long word is composed of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 words. So this is composed of Sa, Ekda, Aharaya, Udyanam, Aranyat, Agachati, Amraphalani. So let's see how these sandhis resulted into this word. So Sa, she, Ekda, once. So A followed by A. So you will have a Vriddhi Sandhi here. A following by a diphthong. So this A and A will combine and will become I. So you have Sai. Right? So this is the Vriddhi Sandhi going on here. Aharaya. This is the Chaturthi Vibhakti Ekavachanam. For the food. Ahar is food. Ahara is for the food. So da and a, so you have a dirgha sandhi. So that's here da. This is your dirgha sandhi. Then a and u, udyanam, to the garden. A and u, so u will be replaced by its guna o. So it will be yo. So this is your guna sandhi going on here. Then ma and a will just become ma. Aranyat, from the forest. Panchami vibhakti ekavachanam. From the forest. Aranyat. Agachati. Now this aranyat ends in ta and it is followed by a. So there is a consonant sandhi which we haven't learned, but this ta becomes the. So the and a becomes da. So this is a consonant sandhi. Now agachati and amra phalani. Amra phalani are mangoes. Amra is a mango. So mango fruits. Amra phalani. This is a bahuvachanam, phalam, phale, phalani. So mango fruits. So now agachati followed by amra phalani. So ti is following a. So you have a yana sandhi, right? Agachat is ta and e. And then this e, since e is following a, this e will be replaced by ya. Right? So ya and a will be ya. So tya. Ta and ya. Tya. So this is your yana sandhi. So in this word, you have a vriddhi sandhi, dirgha sandhi, guna sandhi, consonant sandhi, and yana sandhi. Let me go through this word again. So this long word is sa ekda aharaya udyanam aranyat agachati amra phalani. Once she goes to the garden from the forest in search of the food, comes to the udyan, comes to the garden from the forest. Then the am phalani is the next, is related to the next sentence. All right. So a and a, it will be a vriddhi sandhi. So I, sai. Da and a, dirgha sandhi, da. A and u will be replaced by is guna o, so yo. Ma and a is ma. Ta replaced by the, a consonant sandhi. Agachati and amra phalani. E is following a dissimilar vowel a. So e will be replaced by ya. So you have tya and phalani. All right. Next word is rakshasyo paryudhyane. So this is made up of 3 words. Rakshasya upari udhyane. So in the garden, upari means on top of the tree. In the garden, on top of the tree. So rakshasya, a and u. Again, it will be a guna sandhi. These both will be replaced by o. So you have syo. This is your guna. Then e followed by a dissimilar vowel u. So e will be replaced by ya, and you have ra comes here, and you have u, because ya and u will be combined to become u. So there are 2 sandhis here, guna sandhi and yana sandhi. Okay, now in this word, udhyane nakani. So this is made up of 2 words, udhyane anekani. Anekani means many. In the garden, many. So a followed by a. So you have a purva rupa sandhi. A is elided and not pronounced. Udhyane nakani. Then udhyane pi. Again, udhyane api. A followed by A. So you have a Purva Rupa Sandhi here also. Then Udyana Yekah. This is made up of two words. Udyane Ekah. Right? So Udyane A followed by A. So you have an Ayadi Sandhi here. So here A and this A will be replaced by I. So you have Na and A. So here Na and Ya and A Yeka. So this is not the optional form. This is the other form of the Ayadi Sandhi. Then Vrakchasyo Pari. This we have seen is a Guna Sandhi. Vrakchasya Upari. U is replaced by is Guna O. Then Sida Tyamra Phalani. This is made up of two words. Sidati and Amra Phalani. Sidati means sit. So again, ta is E followed by A. So you have a dissimilar vowel. E followed by A. So this E will be replaced by Ya. So you have Tya. And this Ya by combining with A will be Ya. So Sidatya. So this is a Yan Sandhi. Then Bhuma Ativegena here. So now this is actually Bhumau because there is no word Bhuma, right? Bhuma there is not a proper word. So actually this is Bhumau, on the ground. Bhumi is your Pratipadikam and it is Saptami Vibhakti Ekavachanam. So Bhumau. So Au followed by A. So you Au followed by A. So then this Au will be replaced by I, right? I. And now this is the optional form. So this Ya is dropped. So it becomes Bhuma. So Bhumau Ativegena, after Ayadi Sandhi will be, the optional form will be Bhuma Ativegena, with speed. Ati means great, Vegena is speed. So this is the Ayadi Sandhi optional form. Now this one, Dhavatye Kamamra Phalama Harati. This is made up of four words. Dhavati Ekam Amra Phalam Aharati. So Dhavati Ekam, E followed by a dissimilar vowel. So you have a Yan Sandhi. E will be replaced by Ya. So that's why you have Tye, right? Then Ma and A, this is no Sandhi. Sorry, this was just a Ma. This is a long Ma. And Phalam, there's one Sandhi here. And Ma and A is Ma. So Yan Sandhi. Then Tadaranyam. Tada is then. So A and A, this is Dirgha Sandhi. And Pratyagachati. So Prati and plus Agachati, again E followed by A. So it is an Yan Sandhi. So Ta and Ya, Tya, Pratyagachati. So after we do all the Sandhis, then the meaning of this little text is more clear. So let's see what the meaning is. Aranye eka lomsha vasati. A fox lives in the forest. Sa ekda aharaya udyanam aranyat agachati. She once comes to the garden from the forest for food. Amra phalani vrakchasya upari udyane cha pashyati, and sees mango fruits on top of the tree in the garden. Udyane anekani kusumani santi. There are many flowers in the garden. Anekani and kusumani, like they are like phalam, phale, phalani, and this is the adjective here. And the verb is santi, because this is your subject. Kusumani san. So this is, this is R. This is the plural. So the verb is agreeing with the subject, right? So there are many flowers in the garden. vrikshaha udyane api santi. So vrikshaha is plural, so santi. So there are also trees in the garden. Udyane ekah vanarah vrakshasya upari sidati amra phalani bhumau ativegena shipati cha. A monkey is sitting on top of the tree in the garden and throwing the mangoes on the ground with great speed. Salomsha vriksham pratidhavati. The fox ran towards the tree. Ekam amra phalam aharati. Aharati is picks. And picks up a mango. Ekam. See here it is ekam because it is amra phalam. Sa amra phalam anandena khadati aranyam prati agachati cha. She happily eats the mango and returns to the forest. Okay, so I'll end the class with a verse from Bhagavad Gita, a very famous verse from Bhagavad Gita, which illustrates two sandhis. So, Shri Bhagavan Vacha Lokesmin Dvidhanishta Pura Prokta Maya Naga Jnana Yogena Sankhyanam Karma Yogena Yoginam. So after doing the Sandhi Vicheda, Shri Bhagavan Uvachu. So na and u becomes nu. Loke asmin. So this lokesmin is loke asmin, in this world. So you have the Sandhi here. Then duvidha, twofold. It's a feminine pratipadikam. Nishtha, committed lifestyle. Pura, in the beginning. Prokta, was told. Now there is a Sandhi here. Maya means by me, and anagha, sinless one. So this is a sambodhanam. It is a sambodhanam to Arjuna. Then jnana yogena, this is the tritiya vibhakti eka vachanam, the pursuit of knowledge. Sankhyanam, this is shashti vibhakti, bahuvachanam, and the pratipadikam is sankhya. So this is the sixth case plural. For the renunciates, again, karma yogena, this is tritiya vibhakti eka vachanam. The pursuit of action. Yoginam, this is again shashti vibhakti bahuvachanam, and the pratipadikam is yogin. It is a masculine pratipadikam. So yoginam is those who pursue activity. So the meaning of the verse is, Shri Bhagavan said, O sinless one, or O Arjuna, the twofold committed lifestyle in this world was told by me in the beginning. The pursuit of knowledge for the renunciates, and the pursuit of action for those who pursue activity. Okay, so this ends the class. The PDFs of the slides will have additional examples showing vowel sandhi. There will be no class next week, and the next class will be on January 4, and it will be on Visarga Sandhi. So let's see if there is no chat. So if you have any questions, there's one. Kintu asti. Yeah, that's what I think I had. This is what I had in the view graph also.
I think the tha was dropped. Kinvasti. Kinvasti, I think.
Let me see. But here. Okay. So, well, in kintu you could have parantu or kintu, doesn't matter, right? So u and asti. No, a is not dropped. See, so ta and u. So right, you have ta and u, and then you have asti, right? Then
Yeah.
the ta and u is replaced by va, and you have asti, right? Ta and va is so now you have this conjunct here, the three of them. So na ta va, and this va, sorry, the va with a becomes va.
Yeah. So this is good. That's what I had here. I was thinking about the homework where there
Okay.
was, I think, the tha was dropped.
Oh, you are talking about the homework. Okay, I have the homework here. I can open it. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, I have the homework here. Okay, so which one is this? Parantu, the last one there was. This one, Kupa
I
Atra
think it is.
Asti Kintu Astina Jalam. This is the one you're talking about?
I'm looking. I think it's a second to last one in the first question.
Yeah, it is this one. Kupa Atra Asti Kintu Astina Jalam.
Yes.
Okay, so let me see what the answer I give here. So Kupa Atra Asti. So there is a here Atrasti. So this a and a will become a long a. So you have a dirgha sandhi here, right?
Yeah.
Atrasti kintu asti na jalam. Oh, there is no ta here. So yes, you're right.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
that's a typo.
Okay, this
That
should be a tha. Okay.
There
good.
should be a
Thank you.
ta here. This is a typo. Yes.
All right. Thank you.
Yes. Any more questions on the homework, or since I have opened the file?
I have on the alternate 3.7, Vrakshasya upri ekaha khagaha tishtati.
This is which one, Rani?
It's on the December 14th class, and it's the
December.
alternate, the part 2.
Part 2 you're talking about.
Yeah, and it's question number 3.6.
This one.
No, 3.7.
Tasya upari eka kakaha tishtati. So
Yeah.
this is 7.
So then when you combine the E and A, it should
E
become
and
an
A.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it should be Vrakshasya
So yeah,
upari.
first you have a guna, so U becomes O, so rakshasyo, and then you have a pa, right? And then ye, and then the ra is here, right?
Let me open.
Moji, I cannot see the homework slides if you are showing, still seeing the folder here.
Can you share?
Yeah, looks like homework is not being shared.
Yeah,
It
Kumuji,
is
if you
being
can just-
shared.
yeah,
Is it not shared?
No, we
No.
can't see it. We can't see it, but if you can just tell us which question and which sentence.
I can share it. I can let me, I thought I could share it. Can you see it now or no? Oh,
No.
okay, I have to, okay, so let's see. How, so I'm clicking on new share. Oh, the file, okay. Okay,
The whole 1216 file is not there.
okay, because it is not, it's not, okay, let me.
Kumuji, just tell us which question and which sentence. We can
Okay, it is in the second part, and it is the question number 7.
7.
7. Okay, got it.
That's on a 14th class, right?
Yeah, it's question.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. The sentence is Rakshasya upari ekah khagaha tishtati. So the question was in the sandhi between upari and ekah, right? So E and A. So this will be a yan sandhi. So
Yeah.
but this thing is right, what I have.
So it becomes a ya, right?
Right,
It's a
right. So
yan-
E, Rani, this E becomes ya, right? And
Yeah.
ya and A becomes ye,
Yay.
right? And ra is half. So ra is this matra on top.
Okay, so E and A become ya, and then the
No,
ra.
no, ya. See, what happens is this upari will be refa, ya, and a, right? So that refa is here on the matra, ra matra, and e becomes ya, and a becomes ye. So it is yer,
Okay.
Per ye.
par yer.
Barrier. Okay, that wasn't clear to me.
Yeah, you have to like really break it. Like you should have to write u, pa, ra, ya, ra, e, a, and then e, a. Then you will see it very clear. But what I have, there's no typo here. This is correct.
Okay. So the first sandhi is between ya, and u,
One is between ya and u. So
which
this
is
is
and
and u,
so it
right?
becomes an yo.
Guna, right? So it becomes yo.
Okay, and the second one is between e
Upari
and
and a. Yeah.
ekaha. Okay.
So that
All right.
becomes a yan sandhi.
Thank you.
Amit, were you able to see it, or is it clear? Or
I follow it, Kumudji. No problem.
all right, there's another one in chat. Okay. So
Kumud, I don't have it still.
you can't see it, or
No.
I don't know
we-
why I'm not able to share it. Like I say new share.
I mean,
and-
did you find it? You have
No,
it?
no, I can't see it, but I followed the discussion, so I'm okay. But I
So
can't see.
No, no,
how
no.
do
I know. The
share it?
question
Like,
is, do you see it or not? I don't see it.
how, like I have it opened in my this thing, but now if I share it,
None of us can see it.
Kumudji, you have to stop sharing the first one.
There.
And then-
oh, I have
Yeah.
to, okay, so I have to remove, okay. And now I shared.
Now
this
you
one.
can share.
now you share the new one.
Okay, now can you see it?
Yeah.
definitely.
Okay, I didn't stop the previous one. Okay. So the question which Rani was asking is this one. Rakshasya upari eka khaga. And this is the one she was asking. And here is the answer, this one. So it was the sandhi, yan sandhi between upari and ekah. So E becomes ya, right? E is following by A. So E becomes ya, and that ya and A becomes ye, and this ra is this matra here, right? Right. Yeah. And I think Raj pointed out this sandhi here, where there's a typo, and this is the typo.
While you're searching for it, then the ya, the e, and that is so twice you converted. First you combine e.
No,
and,
no. I wish I had a pen. I could write it here. It's Rani. It's not still clear.
No,
Why?
it's clear,
Why
but
don't I will send it on the in the WhatsApp group. That
no, it's clear. But I just want to clarify one thing. It looks like if you can go back to it at some point.
okay. Okay, let me just this thing. What Raj, where there's a typo error here, that kintu and asti, right? So tu becomes a Yeah, two
Kintavasti.
becomes a va. So there is this ta missing here. There
Yeah,
should be a ta
Kintavasti.
here.
Yeah, that's what I got too.
Yeah, so
Kintavasti.
that is the typo. And then let's look at this. This one, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so the E and A combine to become ya, then Refa
Ye.
goes on top,
E and
ye,
A becomes ye.
and then E and A becomes ye. Okay.
See, it is like upa, then you have a refa, E and A, right? So you have a refa there, right? R. And then E becomes ya, then ya, A, and that refa is here.
No, that's what I'm saying. The E becomes ye, ya, and then ya and A combine to become ye.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's there's change happening twice.
No, the change is not, the sandhi is happening only once. E becomes ya, right? And that
Yeah.
ya, and then ya is followed by a vowel A. So ya
Okay.
and A will become ye. There is no sandhi. There's like a ma and a becomes ma. So ya and A becomes ye.
Okay, I get it. So E followed by A becomes ya, and then ya and A will combine to become ye.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
I think the vowel sandhi should be clear by now to everybody.
Yeah, but
It's clear, but it's not easy to remember all the rules.
remember these things.
Yeah.
Well, then, yeah, it takes time. It does take time, but it's all practice.
I still have to, all this one, keep it on the side and then go look at the meaning and then, go look at which type of sandhi it is.
Yeah, a lot of.
Go back and forth. I can't remember.
No, right now, I think instead of worrying about the meaning, one should see where the sandhi is occurring and the rule. I think if, concentrate, because if you start doing everything, then it will become very complicated. So just right now, just the rules of the sandhi.
Yeah, I think, Kumuji, what we're finding is, what at least I'm finding, I don't know the others may be at different places, that the classes progress very quickly. So we only have a class 1 week, one class a week, and every class there's new concepts introduced. So if we follow the same concept and did exercises on it for a few weeks or several times, then it'll become a little bit more gelled. So each new concept that's introduced, the vowel sandhi, the dirgha, the yarn sandhi, and all, we have some examples, we do that, but we do one homework, and then the next class, new concepts
No,
come
but
in.
Rani, what will happen is that now, like this vowel sandhi, you will be, let's say when we do the visarga sandhi, then the vowel sandhi will be pointed out all the time. So slowly it will, because if you just do one rule, then that will go very slow, right? Like just one rule per class is, then you're talking about a 2-3 year.
No, I understand what you're saying, but I'm just saying that.
I understand what you're also saying, but like if you do just one rule per class and do it, then you're talking about a 3-4 year course, right? Like.
Kumuji, what I found interesting from the example of that story you put for us, right, where you broke them up, sounds like to do the sandhi vicheda, you also have to have some sense of what the right form of the word is, right?
That all comes with practice. Like you have to know the words to do the sandhi, right? Like,
right. That's what I meant. Yeah.
And like it's it comes with, that's why I combined the Gita with the simple stories. Then you go to Gita also, so you'll kind of start learning more and more. The more and more words you know, the easier it becomes.
Correct. I wasn't complaining. I was just observing that I noticed this, that And the best example was the very first one, the Aranya Eka.
Yeah.
Kind of you said Aranya doesn't make sense, or it has to be Aranye. And
Or
that
Aranyaha or Aranyat, like something, well, it cannot be just a Pratipadikam there. Or
exactly,
like
exactly.
Bhuma, you had Bhuma, right? So
Right,
Bhuma is not is not a proper Sanskrit word, right?
right,
It-
right.
So that all, yeah.
But the beauty of it was then from the context, you were able to make out, oh, it has to be, Saptami Vibhakti. And then, then it all kind of comes together. That was very nice. Thank you.
Oh, there are some couple of more questions. Yeah, wishing everybody a happy class, a happy holidays too. We'll see you all in New Year's now.
I have just one thing.
Yeah.
On the 9th, the part 2, Sa Uchchehi Vadati.
Yeah. I
Right?
have that sentence. Yeah.
So if you look at answer, right? So Sa, so I got that.
So like
Sa,
Sa Uchchai. Huh? Yes, sorry.
Yes. So A and U is
Yeah.
O.
Yeah.
That I got it. Now Uchchehi.
Now this is I have this is a Visarga Sandhi, because this Uchchaihi ends in a Visarga. We haven't done this.
Right. So that's why I got. Okay.
Right. So right now I'm only doing the like, for example, wherever you have Visarga, you will have another rule. There will be Visarga.
Right. So that's why I couldn't get. Okay, no problem.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Happy holidays again.
Happy holidays.
New Year,
Holidays.
and
Holiday.
Thank
yeah,
you.
everybody.
Happy holidays.
Year. And yeah, did you folks enjoy the Rishi, the Sanskrit puzzle thing?
Yes. Actually, when I sent you an email.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
It's after you explained, I was totally lost in that. I read the whole thing.
Yeah.
When you explain where it's coming from, then it becomes little clearer.
No, I found his thesis, because I didn't understand it either. By just watching the news and reading, I couldn't figure it out. But then luckily he had put his thesis on the internet. And then when I went through his thesis, then it became very clear to me,
But you explained it very well. So that helped.
The example was from his thesis. So then it became very easy for me.
But what I'm saying is, even if I would have gone through his thesis, I don't think I could have got it. But somebody pointed out like that way, it was easy for me to, okay, now this is what's going on.
So
No, it's a very neat thing.
Very different, yes.
It's just, it's such a simple, like you just, people just didn't, they just followed what was there and never thought out of the box, but it's very neat what he did.
Very nice, yeah.
Kumuji, what I found was that I started telling people about this, but until you shared your explanation, I couldn't tell them more. And then I shared it with many people, the YouTube video. But then the interesting thing is, I then realized why. I had a question still after I read the news story. The news story said, he came up with this idea somehow, good. But then it took 2 years after that, for him to publish his thesis. I was wondering, why did it take 2 more years after he had the idea, after he got the discovery? And then I realized, by looking at your explanation, why? Because then he has to, I think this is my guess, he has to work through all these cases and confirm that the rule works out right? I mean, that's...
Not because, like if you read I didn't read his thesis, all of it, but I read quite a bit of it. Well, like they found ad hoc, like they justified, and it was correct but it was like going in a roundabout way. but then his idea, this, like the second it will be the winner, and that solves everything. I think all the books have to be rewritten now. All these Tippanies and bhashas have to be rewritten.
Correct. But no, my point, Kumuji, was different. I think my point was that the reason it took him 2 more years after he came up with the discovery to finish the
And
thing.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and the reason I believe was he indeed had to go back and look at all these ad hoc things and
Yeah,
show how they could all be covered using his rule.
right. Like he have to come up that, yeah, like it works all through, every rule and all that. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. But thank you so much for that video. It was fantastic.
All righty.
Okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye.